What's up, guys? It's NoahB bringing you a video I've actually been wanting to make for a while. I've just kind of been building up the clips for it because I started solo queuing ranked season, not this season, but last season. I don't know. My brain's so discombobulated. But anyway, I started solo queuing, and mainly because I didn't have teammates to play with. So this video is to kind of show everybody, because I mean, of course you hear it everywhere. People complain about bad teammates and solo queuing, and a lot of people have to do it. Then you also hear complain about 3-stacking and pubs and all this other stuff. So a lot of controversy. But anyway, we're going to get right into this one on solo queuing. So I have a bunch of tips, none in any particular order, but I will, I guess, discuss more of the important ones. Okay. So I guess the first tip I'll say is unless you're in gold or like silver, I guess if you're in that, you should be winning, so to speak. But if you're getting to plat and, diamond, maybe even masters, don't worry really about winning as much, as long as you're getting late game and you're getting RP. I mean, as long as you're gaining RP, what's to be mad about, really? A lot of people get mad just for anything. The main thing I get mad at is dying beginning of the game, which is another tip. Do not at all ever die. Of course there's gonna be situations where it happens, but just try your best to not die beginning game, because you're gonna lose the max amount of RP. And that's another tip. When you lose the max amount of RP, it makes it so much harder for you to grow, especially when you get into the bigger ranks. So like gold and silver, it's not that big of a deal. Once you start getting to plat and then diamond and so on and so forth, when you lose that RP, because some games you'll of course gain 150 or a little more, but then some games you just gain 4, you gain 20, you gain 30. So those slow games don't even really count whenever you lose the max amount of RP 2 in a row. You just literally, like 2 games in a row on diamond, you lost a win. So it all kind of depends on what's going on, but also just try as hard as you can not to lose the max amount of RP. That's a good tip. Also, another thing is, I always hear, well, actually, let me say this tip first. Avoid mid-game fights. Like, in my mid-game fight is about 15 squads to 5 squads left. And, of course, this goes for plat and diamond. Gold and silver, not that to disrespect y'all in any way, because you got to start somewhere. But there are lower levels there, less game IQ. It's not going to be as sweaty, not as pushy, aggressive. Anyway, so yeah, avoid those fights at all costs unless you're 100% sure you're gonna be able to get out of it with a third party, or you just have the best position possible. Because when you do those mid-game fights, you're risking like a hell of a third party. Because think about it, there's assuming there's 15 squads left, there's a ton of people. Oh, let me stop right here. This dude right here, I was also going to say don't be a bad teammate to teammates, but this dude kind of broke the thing. He was sitting there talking mess to me for dying, but he left me in the building right there. He was in there fighting and then left me full health like he didn't even fight. So anyway, don't be bad teammates unless they deserve it, like this dude. I mean, you can pretty much just see. He does good at first, but then he just stops missing every shot with a Spitfire. Bro, all you're doing is spraying and praying and missing every shot. Oh, man. Yeah, look at this. Good God. I thought he had it right here for a second. I was like, okay. And then he misses every shot. Anyway, back on the topic. Don't be a bad teammate, guys. I hear people all the time bitching about bad teammates and this, that, and the other. They're always terrible, this, that, and the other. And yes, I have been there, done that. I know exactly what you're talking about. But this goes with that. You cannot, if you're good, and you say you're good at Apex, all this, you cannot, it is a team game, but you cannot let your team control the game. And what I mean by that is, yes, your team can pick a stupid fight, but if you're sitting there telling them, hey, guys, it's not a good fight, we shouldn't fight that, I'm not going to fight it, and they still go fight, and you go with them and you die, you let them control it. If you would have stayed, they died, and of course you're going to be without a team, but who cares, man? I mean, I'd rather be without a team than die, because, dude, there's been so many circumstances, and I mean so many solo queuing, where I've literally had to leave my team, and I've literally ratted it out to, 2nd or 3rd place. I've even got a couple solo dubs before, in just weird situations. But that's how it's got to be sometimes, man. If you're really on the grind and you're going to gain that RP, don't worry about your team. They should be doing what you're doing. You shouldn't have to literally worry about every step they are doing. And that's why I say you shouldn't seriously bitch always about bad teammates, because you can. I mean, dude, trust me, I know they're out there. But I played with this dude, like, for example, yesterday, that he was sitting there complaining at the beginning of the game, bad teammates, bad teammates, bad teammates, and we literally knocked the whole squad for him, or everybody except one, and then we couldn't finish this Gibby, but yet he was 2 shots, and the dude could not land a last shot on him. And it's just little things like that, man, that make me sit there and go, bro, like, you sit here and complain all the time about bad teammates, but yet you are a bad teammate in a sense. But anyway, also in the same sense, even if there are bad teammates on your team, I tend to not really put too much like effort into talking mess to them, guys. It's not going to get anywhere. First, you're just wasting your time because they're not going to listen. They're mad at you, whatever. And two, nobody plays better when you have someone sitting there yelling at you. You know what I mean? Sitting there calling you trash and all this. I mean, I actually sometimes do play better, but a lot of people don't. So just try not to be a bad teammate. I mean, there are those people that you just got to do what you got to do, so I understand. But other than that, man, just try not to be a bad teammate. But with that, guys, like I said, avoid those mid-game fights, 15 to 5 squads, unless you're sure, because you know what's going to happen, especially getting to sweatier lobbies for sure. And also, as being a good teammate, bad teammate, use your team as distractions, bro. Like, I know it sounds like you're being a bad teammate, but low-key, you're playing it smart. Like not saying your teammates are bad, but you don't know who they are. Like, you know what you're capable of and what situations you can handle and get out of, and vice versa. With them, you don't know if they're bad. You don't know if they know to make the right decisions. Sometimes you can't even trust them with call-outs. You know what I mean? So you really have to be careful with that. So yeah, use them as distractions. That's what I do all the time. I let them go first into the building, bro, and I easily clean up. Don't even lose health. Pick them up. You know, easy. But don't do it to the point where you actually are being a bad teammate. Like, let them literally run in, die, like, freaking don't even kill the dude, sit there. Like, you got to make it worth it if you're going to do something like that. So, good tip. If you're, this is also good tips for if you're solo, you lose your teammates, like, you know, early fights, they did some stupid stuff. Pretty much, if you're solo, do not rotate early, because that's what all the other teams are going to be doing. Stay at a good spot, rotate late, usually the slow side of the circle. It's always a good spot to go. Just because all the good teams are going to rotate early, get a good spot early. So, yes, you can rotate early if you want, but you're going to get, it's a risk you're willing to take because you're going to get caught out in the open possibly. So you just got to be real smart with that. And guys, this is another thing. This is actually probably like, I wouldn't even say this is a tip. It kind of is, but the most crucial thing, dude, about ranked and ranking up, no matter what rank you're at, is just staying to the end game, not dying the beginning. Even if you're just gaining points by points, little by little, it's still gaining versus losing. You know what I mean? So guys, just in game as best you can. And with that, guys, I mean, that's really all the tips I have for you. You shouldn't, and also don't get mad if you don't win, bro, because it's ranked. These are actually pretty decent people out there. They know what's halfway going on. It's not like you're in silver or bronze, you know, man. So with that, guys, I hope this video helps. Leave a like and a comment and whatever else you want to leave. I hope y'all have a great weekend, guys, and hope y'all start enjoying Apex or keep enjoying it. All right, guys. Talk to y'all later. Peace. Good shit, my guy. Good shit.